Hello!
Not yet.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting to see if it comes up. You know, there's always like a 30-second lag before it even shows up. Let's see if it starts. Oh, it's starting! Yay!
That's exactly what...
I was like, what do I do with my hands?
Hercules, Hercules.
When all else fails, jazz hands.
Jazz hands. There it goes. You know, there's always like a 30-second lag before it even shows up. Let's see if it's... Very nice. Okay, welcome everybody to StarCast, a Star Citizen podcast. Trendane, do you want to sing our anthem?
Oh, sing our anthem.
No, forget that. Let's not sing our anthem.
Oh, God.
You don't have an anthem. What the hell are you doing?
Verse.
Yeah.
Don't skip it.
Okay, so... well, go ahead. By all means.
Did it start with In a World?
In a world. Yeah, I think so. In another time.
Oh, in another time.
In
That's
another
what it was.
dimension. Because that was the whole Rocky Horror Picture Show thing I tied in with.
Yeah. Well, because Rocky Horror Picture Show starts with, I would like,
You
if
would.
I may,
You may.
to take you
Take me.
on a strange journey.
How strange was it?
So strange they made a movie about it. Not a book, a movie. Okay, anyway. So, in another time.
Whoop.
In another dimension.
Choo.
Bearded warriors.
Wow. Lost in space? No.
No, no, that's the end of Rocky Horror.
That's right.
Lost in time. Lost in
There's some-
Space. All right. Well,
Did
forget
it
it.
about
in there as well.
Ta-da!
So, yeah.
StarCast.
Yeah, there we go. And jazz hands, and we're done. Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
Good enough. Welcome everybody. So I want to welcome. Got a couple special guests tonight. Actually, a bunch. I had to kick everybody else out of chat. I'm like, get the f out, you peoples.
Gone.
Gone. Good to see ya. But we did drag Trendane and Core back here. Yeah, just couldn't
I
let
was
him
going
go.
to keep playing Warlock too, but no.
Is that good?
Got to be the pivot man. Yeah, it's a little awkward to get started with because the control scheme is. I mean, it's got a very Civ 5 feel to it, but the control scheme is very strange. And if I weren't streaming it, I could probably play it a lot more easy because I get to take my time and read. But I'll pick it up eventually. It's
Okay,
just
very
gonna
cool.
be awkward at first.
So obviously we have Trendane, we have Core, we also have Mr. Kinshadow, the infamous
Jazz hands.
Mr. Kinshadow, super famous guy from Mr.
I believe he's in Texas.
Oh,
no, but-
I'm in Austin.
But yeah, you're famous from what show?
Oh, Wingman's Hangar, I guess.
Yes.
And my own
Ever
stuff.
heard of
Come
that
on.
show?
Yeah,
Yeah, what's that?
that Wingman Hanger guy.
Wait, you do a show?
He does a show.
Does
He's
your
famous.
ISP know that?
I don't know.
Because you should tell them.
I'm going to. And also, well, yeah, of course, we have Mr. Ben Lesnick
Hey, everybody.
and James Pugh from RS.
Hello.
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 Governor.
I don't know why I did that accent. I don't know why.
It just
I
pops
don't know why I
out of you
did-
sometimes.
I don't know why I did that very poor British accent.
Well,
That was your Chris Roberts impression.
that was a great Chris Roberts impression. We
That's
won't
my
tell
Will
him.
impression.
He's never seen this show, so it's okay.
James has just elevated the cast to a Dickens level, so I think you should thank him.
It's really good, actually. Yep. Where'd it go? Well,
What the
anyway,
hell's wrong with Trendane?
I don't know. He's thinking about something. He bit his tongue.
Oh, that's the worst.
I am biting my tongue.
Oh, what's the matter, Trending?
Nothing. The moment's
He's going
gone, we
off.
can move on.
He's going off on the Dickens comment.
Oh, is it? Ah, Dickens. What's up? What's up,
Oh, like
peoples?
dicks.
Oh,
What's up?
okay.
Represent Germany.
Now I
West
get
Side. What's up?
West Side Germany?
Yeah,
Is there an East Side?
there
Not
was
anymore.
at one point.
Well,
Yeah.
there was.
That's where my wife's from. From East Side. This is West Side. So anyway, in the audience, please, everybody, would you type in questions in brackets? We're going to get right to question and answer here fairly quick instead of going through our normal vapidity because we actually have people here who know what the hell they're talking about tonight.
Oh, you don't mean us.
No.
Okay,
We're going to
all
sit
right.
back and just let those three go. So yeah, much less vapidity. So go ahead and start putting your questions in brackets. I think Clifford already has one that's 8,000 miles long already. And where is our friend Mr. Cyberwolf with his 700 questions?
Maybe he's
On vacation.
Maybe. I do have. I wanted to wait for a few people to get here so we get started. we have a special announcement tonight. We normally give away ships on the show. Tonight we have a special ship from RSI. Mr. James Pugh, would you like to break the news to the peoples?
It's a Gladius.
A Gladius!
I was almost going to make something up, but that would have been real mean.
You should have started with, it's the 890 Gladius!
Jump Bengal Carrier.
Yeah. I was like thinking, man, should I say the frigate? Should I say the frigate? Nah, I'll be real.
And then just have Ben just draw another picture of the 890 Gladius.
No, that's a one-time thing.
Gladius luxury model.
Ben can't just be giving out his drawings.
No,
They'd rather maintain their value.
That's going up on eBay later.
oh yeah.
So before we go into like our normal Q&A time, James and Ben, do you have anything new and exciting to talk about this week? Because normally we'd be watching Around the Verse, but there was a technical difficulty this week, so
Yeah.
we didn't get to watch it this week. So if you guys have anything you want to talk about, anything new and exciting for this last week?
Well, let me just start this off by how much we absolutely hate Nazis.
But I wasn't going to tell anybody!
And myself personally.
I was not going to say a word to
And there
anybody.
is Indiana James right there, and if anybody hates Nazis, it's Indiana James.
I do. You hate Nazis.
Dun, da, 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 dun, da, da.
This just
Just
reminds
the
me
other
of an
day,
old Superman episode.
Wolfenstein.
I mean, we had to address it, right?
This reminds me of an old Superman episode. It might have been Lois and Clark, or one of the, after George Reeves' Superman thing. There's a scene where he shows up, there's like some Nazi demonstration going on, and like there's about to be a fight between the Nazi folks and the people who were like, no, you can't do this. And Superman shows up, and the non-Nazi guys are like, good, you're here, you can put a stop to this. And he's like, actually, I'm not, I'm here to prevent you from stopping. They have the right to say what they want, just as much as you do.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not here to stop that. And I just remember when I saw that episode, I was like, oh my God. Whoa. I cannot believe.
Too soon?
I understand
Too soon?
why. Something. It was a while ago. But it was impressive.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I also remember a Superman comic version spin-off where he basically has a beard like Santa, 2 miniguns, and he's shooting Hitler clones. That is also
What?
a comic book of Superman.
How do I?
That's
How
the
do I-
topic I want to read.
What's the point?
Yeah, how do I read this? Why have I not read this before?
Because I am so awesome, I was already looking it up whilst Trendane was. I'll put it in Skype, and I will put it in.
It was made with the blood of Christopher Reeve. Too soon?
No,
Whenever I hear Superman jokes, all I think about is Man of Steel, Woman of
Woman
Kleenex.
of Kleenex. I knew that was coming. I should have said it that way. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh,
So
okay, here it
we've now
is.
spiraled down into
We've devolved. Okay, so anyway,
I
Ben,
believe it's called Superman at Earth's End.
anything you want to talk about? Any kind of news stuff? Any kind of major news that's happened over the last
well,
week?
Patch closing out. We are working on some. Basically, we did all sorts of experiments thinking that the rubber banding was because of the just general network lag, our netcode. Turns out it's not. It has something to do with our physics engine. So we basically split it open all over the place, and we're trying to get it back together as quickly as we can so we can patch to 12.5 and let everybody else in the multiplayer. So it's coming along. Earliest is tomorrow. Its earliest window is tomorrow, but we're not confident on that one.
Okay.
Earliest is tomorrow, but you're going to say soon.
Soon, yeah. More likely next week.
Can I ask a question? When the next 41,656 people are going to be invited into the... not that I'm being specific or anything. That might be...
No.
That might be my number.
We're getting a 12.5 out, make sure it works for everybody, and then hopefully we'll finish up the multiplayer invites.
Is there a date on 12.5? Is that tomorrow or?
Tomorrow is the early. They're building now. Hoping it works tonight. It's a bigger problem than we'd initially expected. So we We're hoping to have it by tomorrow, but next week is more likely.
It's like taking your alarm clock apart and then putting it back together and realizing you have like 6 chips left over.
Yeah, like have you ever gone to clean your keyboard and take all the keys off, and then they don't ever quite go back together?
No, they don't. Someone trying to hit at an angle.
Never done that.
You always end up with spare parts, is the way I look at it.
My father calls those pocket screws. Clearly, they're not necessary because the thing is holding together fine.
Exactly.
By the way, congratulations on 48 million.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And 500,000 Star Citizens.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes, some good numbers.
Big numbers, yeah.
We've had some interesting questions about that because that number, 500,000, that is 500,000 people that have actually backed at least $5, yes?
I believe so. I think there are some early on who are counted who are not paying accounts. I don't know the exact details, though. Because, we made
Can't be
the
that
ship
many, though.
sites early on. We had a WordPress site, and the people running it were not good at their job.
That one wasn't my fault.
Poor James. You feel like the whipping boy sometimes? Like, it's like, oh my god, Nazis.
Nah.
Yeah, that's James' fault.
He's the one with the whip, so,
Yeah.
I was going to say that.
I was just the one that was here when we found out, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a text message from James when I was walking to work, and I was like, what could that father? He like, told me there was an unintentional Nazi reference at like 1 minute and 9 seconds. Like, what? That must be during my intro. Did I say something and not... Did I accidentally say Heil Hitler or something?
I didn't realize
you
it.
got Nazi Tourette's.
You sort of walked in the room goose-stepping and doing the hand gesture.
And then I remembered Sandy saw him 10 minutes later.
I guess we probably should mention it now that we skirted all the way around it. We don't know. People in the audience have no idea what we're talking about, so maybe we should. I wasn't going to mention it, but you started it off, Ben, so I'm going to blame you.
Yeah, we had it around the verse this morning because Sandy accidentally sung part of the German anthem that is associated with the Nazis, although apparently it is not actually the Nazi anthem. So.
Deutschland, Deutschland, über alles, which...
Well, the actual explanation is really simple. That song, it's called the Deutschlandlied, has 3 verses in it. And the first 2 are associated with Nazis. And the last one is the actual current German anthem. So it's like, when it's sung these days, you just skip the first 2 verses out and start from there.
Yeah. It's... Deutschland über alles, anybody who doesn't understand German, means we're going to take over your country and make lovely biscuits and chocolate raisins and stuff for your kitchen.
Chocolate
Build
raisins?
camps for your homeless.
Mm-hmm.
German chocolate.
This is a common thing with anthems. I'm from Maryland on the east coast of the U.S., and our state song is something called "Maryland, My Maryland." And there's one stanza everybody sings. You look it up, and the actual song is like about hating the North and seceding from the Union and trying to kill Lincoln.
It's all about motivation at the time, right? So if that was a political way to motivate your people would use that, and that's when 50 years later they start to cut these stanzas out to make sure that they don't get repeated.
You need to take a stand, become a purist, sing the whole thing in public. So you can kind of react.
Yeah, I didn't see that at the World Cup. No.
Does California even have an anthem? Like, I don't know.
I think it's a song by the Eagles, right?
I think it's "Get to the Chopper."
Hotel California by the Eagles.
Yep, nailed it.
All over it. Okay. Anything else new that's exciting coming up since last week's show?
Since last.
Gladius is on sale right
Yeah.
now.
Oh yes.
Till tomorrow.
So we are giving away. That is not Peter Jackson. We are giving away. We're going to be giving away a Gladius tonight.
I just saw what you're talking about.
So we are we're giving away a Gladius tonight, which is also on sale at RSI. So for those of you who might not win the Gladius, you may easily go over to the store and buy it for how much?
$80.
$80. So Distance says he's sorry, Ben. He was just trolling. Mad troll.
I haven't seen this yet.
In the chat.
It's in the chat.
No.
It just says, "Whoa, Peter Jackson."
I do look like Peter Jackson.
I know,
That
right?
should be a compliment.
I know, right? Exactly.
But I haven't directed anything as bad as King Kong.
Burn.
Take that, Peter Jackson.
That's right, Peter Jackson. I'm calling you out for absolutely no reason.
Shots fired! Shots fired!
But he did also do Heavenly Creatures, which was disturbing.
Tomorrow, Peter Jackson's going to do a one-man podcast with himself, and he's going to call you out. I can see it coming.
Somebody's going to go up in the chat and be like, Ben Lesnick!
Peter
And he's gonna be
Jackson
like,
here.
"Who?"
I heard you didn't like Brain Dead, so I'm angry.
Oh, yeah, he did do that whole Lord of the Rings thing, too. I guess we probably should mention that.
I'm like
No.
500 hobbits with axes outside your house. And
That was that Lord of the whatever thing was just a minor.
Minor setback.
He didn't meet the Feebles.
Ah.
He did Meet the Feebles and one called Bad Taste, and both of those,
Just excellent.
near and dear to my heart, man. Tell you, love those shows so much.
Awesome.
I've got a question for Ben real quick.
Oh, okay.
How's the tattoo going?
The new one or the
Oh,
old one?
that's right.
New one.
I have no idea.
Getting it very, very soon.
Why is he looking at his desk for a tattoo? It should be somewhere on your
It's
body.
a little rub-on
not-
tattoo.
Well, no,
on
he
his
has
body.
the
Yeah, I actually have the
Motif.
thing printed out here.
Is that Klingon?
No.
That is Kilrathi.
Oh, Kilrathi, ah.
Okay, this is kind of a
Oh, it's
confusing
the same
story.
first letter.
So when I moved to Austin, entirely new life, new job, whatever, I got a tattoo I'd wanted for 10 years, which is the Starship Troopers death from above.
Nice.
When I moved to LA, I was like, I should get some Wing Commander. Is there a tattoo with Wing Commander?
My best friend,
And
to
there's
thick
not
and
on
thin.
screen
We've always been
anymore.
together. We're both
But
the kind,
the original
having fun
cut of
all
the Wing
day.
Commander
Flying
movie,
around
the
and
Check
laughing
Carrier
away.
Paladin
Just
character
best friends,
has a
best
Kilrathi
friends
prison
I
tattoo on his
will.
neck,
I love you,
which is
Jack.
awesome, but no one ever saw it because it wasn't in the finished version of the movie. I ended up finding like a VHS of Chris's like director's cut, but you can't make it out. It's just a blob. And finally, I contacted the guy who did the set photography, and he got me a picture of it on Checky Cario. And now I'm gonna get it.
That is awesome.
That is pretty ultra out there. That is awesome.
I'm almost the
Are you-
shade of my hat right now. Just as you were talking, Ben, and explaining this beautiful thing about your tattoo, somebody donated money to me, and my bot, which I forgot to turn off, decided to play Cartman singing. So, and my best friends. So, I totally apologize about that.
Well, I mean, if it's a Cartman song, that's probably the best one to play.
It was, yeah. So here's Ben talking in the background and Cartman singing away in the front. So,
Especially when he's talking about prison tattoos. You know, so.
boy, I apologize.
Not a problem.
Anyway, so what does it say? I'm sorry.
Oh, it's a Kilrathi prison tattoo. It's from the Wing Commander movie, although it never appeared on screen.
Oh, okay.
But what does
Some
it say?
hardcore Wing Commander nerd.
Where are you actually going to place it? In the same place that he had it on the...
Right on his
Yeah, get a little lower.
A little bit lower? Yeah, okay.
Not on your neck
that's-
unless you're really
I
that
thought
hardcore.
you were gonna Mike Tyson it and just put it on like the left side of your face.
That would be excellent.
Be like Chakotay in Star Trek Voyager.
So I do it. Let's talk a little bit about something that's a little bit controversial. Then, not Nazis. I mean, that's nobody talks about that anymore.
Dog tags?
No, not the dog tags.
I don't think those are pretty. I'm pretty
No,
sure
no,
they're
let's talk
generally
about-
universally hated.
Let's talk about the
I want
languages.
one, and I wasn't... I was at work at the time, so I didn't get one. And then they were sold out.
Or
like,
it's not a controversy. I'm trying to talk about the languages.
Okay.
I've got 5 to 10 of them that I'll sell you for $30 that all say Kinshadow
They all say
bitch on them.
Perfect.
Good deal.
So I've seen it around in Reddit and other places, people getting a little bit torqued, because they always do, about the languages, which is the next stretch goal, right?
I honestly have not seen this yet. I saw one CS ticket where someone was complaining that they didn't like that they would have to learn 3 other languages to play Star Citizen.
Well, that's not really that bad,
That's
right?
not the case.
Yeah.
But other than that, I'm not familiar with the controversy.
No. Okay, Ken, have you heard some of this controversy?
I saw the article on Rock Paper Shotgun. Is that what you're talking
Yes.
about?
Yes, that was.
Oh, that's just some rock paper shotgun guy being a dick.
Okay, well, but a lot of people kind of responded to it in a positive way, at least to that side.
Yeah, that guy. and I responded to a post in the forums about this because I couldn't. It was like some guy who had never heard of the game before, and he tried to check. He spent like half an hour looking at the website, and he was like making fun of people for buying like physical items and stuff. He wasn't even like.
Yeah,
it didn't make any sense.
What angered me is like you could tell is one of his main thing was like about the stretch goals or whatever. Well, we tried, you know what I mean? Like we gave the option to get rid of them, you know, like but fans like them, and like
he didn't pay attention. He had no idea what the history was there.
And like I get it, but I usually really like that website. Like I don't know, they usually do their research, so I was actually a little upset, a little saddened because before I started here, I'd go to that website. Now, I don't know, maybe it's just that writer, so I can't speak for the whole.
And that particular post was bad because there were a whole bunch of trolls in the comments.
Right.
And there were like 3 or 4 guys that were... one guy specifically, you know, went off and he said, I hate Star Citizen, it's such crap. And then he called all space games elite likes, you know, so it was you know, you kind of saw where he was coming from here, right?
Elite likes?
Yes, the elite
likes.
Yeah, because only the elites like space, right?
No, they mean the elite dangerous games, like the elite type games, not the elite. You have plenty of elitists too. I know what you were thinking about, but that's no. He meant the game type.
Oh, the game. Oh, okay. Well.
Yeah, at least
there's so many people who can't.
Yeah,
there's so many people out there who can't like more than one game for some reason, so they have to down every game one they're playing.
Which is especially bad for me because I like them both.
Yeah. Good.
So I got this whole turncoat thing going on.
Yeah.
Well,
I think there's no bigger concentration of elite backers than the planetarium office.
Right. See, Trendane and I are both space truckers. And so while we love flying around in the ships from Star Citizen, we don't have much love for... We can't play the game like we really would like to. So that's why we're playing Elite Dangerous right now, because we can do space trucking.
No, that's totally cool.
Totally awesome.
We'll be able to space truck eventually in Star Citizen.
Yeah, we will, of course, yeah. But it's just something we can do right now. That's all.
Like I've seen, like, you're right, like people like getting invested in their things and creating like a boogeyman. Just look at the console space. Like Xbox is good, PlayStation's bad, vice versa, or whatever. And also just in general, like the media, like because Star Citizen's so different than what they're used to, they find it, I don't want to say annoying, but it's easier to just look at Star Citizen like you look at any other game. So that's why you get posts like that one on Rock Paper Shotgun.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Where instead
I don't understand this, so I'm going to make fun of it.
Yeah,
it's also harder for them to make an article about everything that you guys have done and released because you released so much. Whereas, you know, when it comes to like EA, it's like, oh, the game is coming out at some point. Is there any news? Well, it's going to be released then. Oh my God, let's do an article that like reads that they're releasing it.
I just think that's human nature. People have to pigeonhole stuff. You can't know everything about everything, right? So it's just easier to go, Elite Dangerous is this, and Star Citizen is that, and PlayStation 4 is this, and Xbox One is that. So it's just easier for people to kind of just put things in quick pigeonholes so that when they come into that conversation, if they're not already, like, we're all rabid fans, of course, so we know the ins and outs of Star Citizen as best as we can. But there are people that just don't have the time. And they're like, oh, Star Citizen, what's that? Oh, it's an Elite Dangerous colon? Oh, okay, I don't want to play it. You know, that's the kind of thing they do, just quickly just putting it into that kind of pigeonhole. And it's incorrect, but they're like almost talking points you get from, you know, the Democrats or the Republicans or something. It's that sort of quick things that you can shove at somebody's down throat and go, okay, there we go.
Yeah, I agree.
Politics and religion.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. There's like the thing that I was more upset about, like the second part, where it's just coverage, and it hasn't happened that much, or coverage where again they don't understand, and this is people like, you know, you would hope would understand, people who write for sites and stuff that would. You kind of got to look at Star Citizen a lot differently than any other project, but it's much easier for them to just put it in within the same parameters of dealing with what they're used to. So. Yeah,
I still in a form of journalism where you don't reach out to us for our comment, basically.
Well, I think the problem is that they're so used to just receiving no information, and like even if they get like.
I don't think he wanted a comment. I mean, it was a pure opinion piece, and he wanted to say his opinion.
Exactly, because if he reached out for the truth, and it contradicted what he believed, then his whole article is shot down.
Yeah, it's just so surprising that it's that site. And I don't. We don't talk about this any longer, or we can move on or whatever. But I genuinely like that site, so it's just kind of weird for me.
I switched from RPS to Otaku like a couple of years ago.
How do you think Star Citizen is being received in general? Have you noticed a trend up or down since the dogfighting modules come out? Has it sort of? Have you noticed from your area of the company? If you can talk about it, how it's working, how it's going?
I think. I mean, our numbers are certainly up. I haven't noticed a lot of. I don't know. I still feel like we're in flux before we get dogfighting V1, where we can really show people what we can do. But I'm happy with where we are right now, and our community certainly seems very positive. We've also got, I don't know, it's been very calm lately. The people who didn't necessarily, people who are on the fence, I think, believe in us more now. People in the outside world, I think, feel maybe more distant because they're not part of this.
Yeah.
I've definitely seen a little more people paying attention. Like even not long after Dogfight came out, I read an article on like Game Informer. Game Informer's pretty big. Say what you want about Game Informer, but they have a lot of reach, you know.
My son reads it religiously.
Yeah, I grew up reading it. I loved it.
Anecdotally, I think it is. I've seen about the same ratio of good to bad press, from the various people out there. You find, it's like a 5-to-1 ratio or something like that of good to, they doubt it or whatever, because you had a lot of that in the beginning too. So I don't, at least, from that point of view, it didn't seem like it changed much.
Yeah, I was wondering because. After it came out, everyone was super excited, and it was on like the number 2nd or 3rd row on Twitch easily, and then it's sort of just fallen off. And I don't know. I guess everyone's just kind of waiting for multiplayer to pick up to other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's not much more to show at the moment, but we will be getting more to people, and it will certainly Twitch up again.
All right. Well, can we get started with the Q&A?
Yeah.
Nah. All right.
All right.
Well, yeah.
Trendane, would you like to read the questions tonight as a German?
No.
Okay.
Just with a German accent. You don't actually have to read it in German.
Good, because they don't speak German, but no, I don't want to do that yet.
How
I'll
about,
read them regularly.
Okay. How about a rabid bunny rabbit?
No.
No.
Well, you're no fun.
Oh, I am fun, just not like that.
Ethel Merman.
No.
Who's that?
Get out. Leave this house right now.
All right, just read it as your regular voice then.
Good, because I was just looking at toilet humor. And
toilet porn. Yes. Good stuff.
Not toilet porn.
Oh.
No, it was a picture of a husky puppy laying inside of a toilet saying, "Hello, welcome to my jacuzzi." And apparently it was taken when he was very, very hot afternoon, and he climbed into the toilet to try to stay cool.
Why not, right?
Just,
Poor
just
huskies.
cute.
Are you going to read the question from Yoko Rose first?
Yes.
You should read that one in a sexy voice because it has the word tease in it.
Oh, good.
Oh, good.
Trendane's like, I am not your monkey. I do not perform on command. Go ahead, Trendane. Do it that way.
I just like, oh, good.
There's another question just slightly above that about...
Oh, there is.
Remember to call it when you go live?
No, from
No.
Frankie76.
Ah.
So, from Frankie76, in Around the Verse, is the new business hangar is that the new business hangar that we saw?
No, that was Deluxe.
So there. Ha, neener. From Yoko Rose. For Ben, Sandy teased us with a picture of the action figure Connie. Do we have an ETA on when it will be released? It's a D at the end of that, by the way, Yoko.
A large D.
A very large. It's all about the D. It is all about the D.
Well, that was very sexy.
So that we can spend more money and get Chris 5 more holiday homes.
Ooh. He already has 4?
Does he?
I don't think so.
He would not need a holiday home. He's here like 18 hours a day.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he needs one.
No,
Maybe holiday home
is holiday home.
Maybe holiday home is code word for another office.
Yes. With a bed.
So they're tooling up for the first run of the 10-inch constellations. If you are one of the people with a package that includes one, you should be getting an email today or tomorrow requesting your current details. They're going to produce those, and then we will perhaps offer some whatever's left over.
Clifford, a.k.a. Miku, has one.
So I have a quick question on that real quick. So if we have a smaller constellation, can we upgrade before that point?
We are working out a process for that, so you can get constellation enhancement to
It's all about the D.
A constellation enlargement, yes.
Constellation pump.
You'll get an email
so we're
offering you
yeah.
the enlargement from 6 to 10 inches.
That's exactly how it's
for the low price
of $19.95.
Hey, if you've got a 6, don't feel bad. You know, the average constellation size among Star Citizen fans is 3 inches.
See? That's it. We've lost Trendane. He's had a stroke. Oh no, this is normal for us, James.
Maybe an herbal enhancement, you know?
So, to reiterate, first goal is to get it to people who have already paid for them, and after that we'll see about selling some to everybody else.
Good.
Okay. From Admiral Sturl, are any of the panel...
Go ahead, do it!
Are any of the panel cunning linguists? Yes, I am.
I am.
That's why I'm a voice
Yes.
actor. If not, will the new stretch goal, alien languages, inspire them to become so?
Well, like I mentioned earlier, we did have someone worried that they would have to learn 3 additional languages in order to play Star Citizen, which is not the case.
I think that came about because of the part at the end of the letter from the chairman that it said that you're not going to have garbled communications with blah blah.
Yeah.
It made it sound like there won't be any translations anywhere.
Not intentional.
And that if you don't learn it, you're never going to know what they're saying, which is not the case, I presume.
No.
Okay.
I think it would be awesome for flavor, though, if you had stuff that was not really... it wasn't really necessary for the gameplay, like background stuff, or stray transmissions, that don't come up with the translation automatically.
That's
People
exactly
could go
the
off
idea.
and...
I would actually kind of like some sort of forced language learning. I mean, if you're immersed in the language, that's how you learn it. So if there's some areas that you really can't get any kind of translation, but you can just sort of muddle your way through, like, that means port, that means enter, this, you can kind of, okay.
Yeah, but I think you'll be learning things like that. Like, any Star Trek fan knows a couple of the words in Klingon. It'll be the same. And, like they do with Klingon, we will have an actual language in the background that it all connects back to.
See, when I was in Austin, visiting the guys down there, one of the things that
Hi, Sandy. Everyone wave at Sandy.
Oh, you're talking to her. I was like, what? How did that? One of the things that that Eric was talking about, that Wingman mentioned, is that there's a very good chance that there will be, well after release, that there will be kind of big, like happenstances. One of the things that I had kind of said, here's an idea, was that you have 2 star systems that are colliding, and it creates a whole bunch of new, much heavier exotic elements that you can only get in there. But everybody's after it, and there's you've got to find these new jump corridors that get there, but you have no idea where they are because they're not on any charts yet. Anyway, blah. One of the things that he mentioned, or rather the next thing that brings to mind, is that it would be very interesting if one of those things was like the Vanduul were planning some big raid on the thing, on some doohickey, and there is no translation of it. You just pick up a stray Vanduul transmission, and you're like, I have no idea what the hell this means. So you either have to go find somebody to decode it for you, and then that it ultimately leads to, oh shit, they're going to come after this particular system. We've got to rally the forces and get everybody over there to fight these guys. could be very, very cool. But it's not going to be automatically translated for you.
Absolutely, that's great.
Could be
A future goal needs to be a version of Rosetta Stone for
Right?
each of the languages.
Maybe the 51 million.
Yeah,
Rosetta Stone
Daniel.
for languages, yeah, and then it's got pictures of disemboweling, and this is how you say that. And it'd be great.
Yeah, disemboweling in Bandul is probably
Yes.
or something. Yeah.
There's 27 different types of versions of disemboweling.
Yeah, like snow in the Inuits.
Or rain to the Ferengi. From Clifford, a.k.a. Miku. Ben and James, as an Imperator subscriber, we love the fact that we get exclusive sneak peek at what happens behind the scenes at CIG on the concepts and images of ships in Star Citizen. But lately, a lot of that material has ended up being on Facebook or Imager by CIG staff before it lands on the subscribers page on the SI website. How would you approach new subscribers in showing them that this subscription is still worth the money at seeing exclusive content?
I mean, if stuff is an Imager, it's because people are taking it from the subscriber while they're putting it there. We're not putting all the full stuff out there for everyone.
We don't have an Imager account.
Yeah, that's for
The person who's been putting them up, Ben, just walked right behind you
On the Facebook.
on the
I did
Facebook.
putting it on Facebook. I mean, the fact that we have a vault for subscribers is not the this is information that only subscribers will ever see. I mean, if
Right.
Sandy wants to post a behind-the-scenes photo of what's going on in the other room, that's great. It's not something we're going to say, oh, no, you can't post that. Subscribers need to see it first.
Yeah.
We're giving you big
I get that.
copies of vault information when we can, but we're not intentionally keeping anything from everyone else either.
No, but I think the question was more about, how would you incentivize people to still be Imperator or whatever the other one, subscribers, if that content is, already readily being distributed.
Well, we offer like subscriber-only merchandise and in-game rewards and stuff, like the jukebox, for example.
I mean, we if we do a vault update, it's a dozen or 24 images in their full resolution, same way we get them from a contractor. That seems a lot cooler than a cell phone photo of a monitor.
Where is that coming from?
I have no idea.
I was like, oh, that's a very
Sorry.
cheery song.
Yeah.
It's like California Girls by David Lee Roth or something.
Who's that?
That's just plays constantly.
Get out. Get out, you fourth movie loving sumbitch. Get out!
I say I hate that movie. But I have seen it.
Do you guys plan anything else for subscribers going forward? I mean, have you already started thinking about next year's stuff?
I haven't been thinking about changes for next year, but I mean that was the big impetus for the monthly rewards. That wasn't something we planned to do originally. The ships and the things like the jukebox, subscriber exclusive items. We're trying to expand the program in a way that makes sense for the game.
Yeah. I have noticed that a lot of the subscriber-only stuff does end up in the store anyway for credits.
It may just be showing up for you because you're a subscriber.
Oh, maybe that's right.
Yeah.
So subscribers can buy as many of those things as they want. They can share them with their friends. Regular people won't see the jukebox.
Yeah, so if you're a subscriber, you can buy extras and
All right.
So if somebody is like bitching about not getting a jukebox or not getting a ship model, you can.
And also, just in like general, like we have to walk kind of a thin line because, like, we love subscribers and everything. We have to kind of walk a thin line because, as being as open as we are, you don't want to keep anything from someone, but you do want to incentivize them to subscribe still. So.
And it is going to end up right the minute you post, it's going to end up on Imager anyway.
Well, I mean, yeah, of course.
None of the subscribers are going to be like, "Oh, I'm going to keep this and not tell anybody."
So that's why we thought like the subscriber merchandise, the monthly stuff, that was a good way to do it because the jukebox and whatever, you can buy extra ones, but you can't get them unless you're a subscriber. Sorry, go ahead. I kept interrupting.
No, I was just going to say, like in the past, you guys also did some physical items. You had like the patches. Any plans for that going forward? First to subscribers and then to everybody else.
Yes, we have subscribers exclusive merchandise on the schedule.
That was one of my first meetings when I got here, actually.
All right, let's go on because we're getting quite a lot of questions coming in. So
Yes, we are. From Headless Chook. Question for Bartles and James. That's Spanish. Can you clarify if you own a Starfarer, you will be able to exchange the fuel haulage tanks for dry cargo.
Yes, that's the intent.
Thank baby Jesus. I have
But
a
you don't want to haul. You don't want to haul liquid shit.
No, I don't want to haul liquid, and it would probably end up being shit.
It's it's manure. It's good for the
No,
plants.
I want slaves. I want to put slaves down there.
Liquid slaves.
The liquid slaves don't. They're not. They don't last as long, and they're definitely not worth as much at the end.
Out of context, that's not very good.
Maybe you can just 3D print them whenever you get wherever you're going.
That might work.
There's less
I would say
friction.
we are expecting some pretty cool shots of the Starfarer too. We've sent it back for more concept work with Stefano Sai, who did the M50. He works very fast and does too much detail for us. So
never too much. No.
We're expecting it. That was the first time in Star Citizen history where the M50, where we told him you didn't need, he was giving us too much detail in the model. He had done it. He built it like an actual aircraft with the individual wing struts and parts inside. He modeled every single bolt, and it was a lot of polys. But he's working on the Starfarer now, so we should see something.
I'm so excited because up till now, Starfarer owners have had nothing but like 3 or 4 images to look at, and they're sort of bland,
Yeah, I mean, it's the same for a lot of the larger ships. We put them secondary to the single-seat stuff that's going to be in Arena Commander, because taking out a Starfarer in Arena Commander is not going to be a good time.
Down.
But
What happened? Wait, what's that, James?
Hold on. Give us a second. Keep talking, Ben. Keep talking.
things about the Starfarer. No, these ships are coming. This Starfarer, Caterpillar, Halsey, all the bigger ships, but they're going to coincide with multi-crew ships.
Oh, we lost Kinshadow completely, and now everyone's images are going to move around in like 10 seconds.
Someone reach out to Benoit.
Oh no! Oh no!
Ben.
Nope.
Hey, Ben.
Hey, I'm here.
Forums are down.
I see.
And we lost Kinshadow. I think Austin was blown off the map
Entirely.
Austin has been exploded, everybody. You heard it here first.
Oh, there's my crotch.
What?
What?
Oh, yeah. Hercules. It's because we lost Kinshadow, so everything got all shifted out of whack.
I like the fact that in that one window you've got the bottom half and top of Core, and in the next one over you've got the bottom half of James and the top of Ben.
Yeah, but when Core laughs, it looks sort of like Jabba the Hutt. It's like the head is sort of bouncing up and down, and we're looking at his belly. It's like, oh. Ha, 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 ha. Never had it, never will.
No, these are cola nuts, yeah.
Here he comes. He's back.
Hey guys. Yeah,
Some people on the call are unable to see group video. They may need to update Skype or use a supported device.
That's not right, because...
he was in here before, I know.
I think he's on his phone.
Oh, you're on your phone? Okay, go ahead, Kinshadow.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, my eyes are...
Oh, we're back.
What happened?
We're all
My
back
ISP
up.
just
Spawn.
freaked out my way out, so
We can't
Well,
hear you
the,
at all, Kinshadow, sorry.
Well, I can. Kinshadow, the forums in Austin also went down, so that's probably why.
Are the forums located in Austin?
Probably
I don't
not.
think so. I think
they're
they're
in
cloud
Montreal.
servers.
Oh, Kinshadow, did you have a tornado take out you in the forums?
yeah, it's a tornado.
And
Okay.
the cloud-based forums.
We had this happen once before. A buddy of mine who works at Google in the IT department. At one point, I was chatting with him on Google Talk. This is back when Google Talk first went live, and suddenly he just disconnected in mid-conversation, and I was like, "Okay, I guess we're done talking." And through another service, he's like, "Oh shit! I think I just deleted most of California," and so he undid whatever change he did, and it all came back. He's like, "Okay, not touching that file ever again."
Ever again.
I was like,
I was just thinking, like, what if I use Chrome, what if I came along and, like, Google was down? I think I would start planning for the apocalypse or something.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
And then how would you look up how to fight off the zombies if your Google was down?
yeah, because there's no way I'm going to use Bing or Yahoo, so I just said just get off the computer.
You're better off figuring it out yourself with books.
I guess I just go outside and play football or something.
you go to Bing, it's like, how do I kill zombies? It's like, aim center mass. It's like, no.
Hey guys, my Skype has decided to die on me. I'm gonna close it and restart. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I'm just going to Bing, hey Bing, what's wrong with Google?
Ooh.
It won't come up with anything.
Bing is the #1 search engine to search for Google download link. Or Chrome download link.
Chrome download link. Yeah.
Also, it's the official search engine of Spider-Man. I watched that movie.
Oh, really? That's
Yeah.
That's because Microsoft's like whoring themselves out to everybody.
There we go.
Which is funny because it's a Sony picture.
Right, right. All right, Ken, are you able to come back, or can you stay like that?
It'll be like this for a little while. It takes a while for my phone.
Okay, no,
If I
this
do
is
this-
fine. Just let me know when you're going to switch, and then I'll get it prepared.
Okay, cool.
We can't hear you at all, though, so.
Oh, sorry.
But it's really, really, really quiet. But it's okay. No big worries. All right, let's move on then. Go to the next question.
Okay. So, from Headless Chook for Ben and James, will the utility craft that got unveiled when the Idris got upgraded be available for purchase in-game? As a Starfarer owner, I feel it feel it needs a runabout.
Using the Idris as a runabout for the Starfarer?
I think he means that the Starfarer needs a runabout.
Oh.
Starfarer Dell. We'll see about that.
In other words, no.
No.
Or maybe.
You know, I've noticed that the mini ships just kind of randomly appear as the artist thinks they're cool. Like there's a new little ship on the 890.
Mm-hmm.
The concept experience is something you'll see very soon. There's so when it comes time to start modeling the Starfarer, who knows?
And do you have any idea how long it'll take from the concept to release for the Starfarer?
It's hard to say. I mean, its release will wait until a multi-crew ship, so dogfighting V2. Hopefully not for a crazy amount of time, though.
And that was the other question. Starfarers will not fit in any of the hangars, including the asteroid hangar, so...
They should fit an asteroid.
It'll fit in the asteroid hangar.
Asteroid gets real big.
Wow. That's awesome. You heard it first, guys. Bingo.
So what about... I mean, if the Starfarer fits, is there anything bigger than the Starfarer that
No,
fits?
Core, your ship doesn't go anywhere but outside. Outside with your goddamn ship. You're not putting it in the hangar.
But I'd like to put it inside the hangar.
Nope. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry.
No, I was, the Starfarer is a fairly large ship. Is that the largest ship that's going to be able to fit in the asteroid hangar, or are there larger ships that will fit in the asteroid hangar?
This is one of those things where if I say it's the largest ship, people are gonna like, well, technically the 890 is 1.8 meters longer. It's just 1 ton less, and so ships around the size of the Starfarer should fit in the hangar.
Okay,
As far as I'll say.
but not an Idris.
No, not interesting.
Okay.
Told you, outside with your goddamn ship. Go ahead.
From Hacks DB Header, who all will be at Prime?
PAX, not Hacks.
PAX. Oh,
PAX
sorry.
wants to know who's going to be at PAX. Prime.
Yeah.
Is it Chad and Brandon?
Chad and Brandon, yeah. We're not doing a whole big event at PAX, but AMD, I think, is that right? Has Star Citizen
Logitech.
in their... some company has Star
Logitech.
Citizen in their Rolling Grove show. And they asked us to send some devs to help them.
Any news about the LA event in October?
Not beyond that it is happening.
What?
You'll hear more about it after Gamescom.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Is there any new news for Gamescom that you guys have?
Nope. Everything's all set up for Gamescom. We've got some cool stuff to show, but it's going to be a surprise.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Awesome. Well, I'll be there, so we'll get to say hi.
I'm Jelly.
Hi, Jelly. I'm trying.
All right, next.
From Yoko Rose. In Around the Versus Showa.
I think that was...
No, that was dogs.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Delphi.
Sorry.
You show a teaser of the hangar rooms. What hangar was the teaser from?
That was Deluxe.
Deluxe.
I mean, I like how you were asking that question, so I didn't want
It made you wet in your pants, didn't it?
But yes, it did.
No, not you, Chundane. Core.
Okay, good.
Yeah. All right, next.
Yes, I did.
Maybe not wet, moist, maybe.
From
Back up.
Sprinkling. Sorry, go ahead.
Myself a little.
Frankie76. Can we expect
Yeah,
this? Can we expect this?
Yes, say it, say it.
Can we expect?
He's French, okay? So, you know.
Yeah.
All right.
Can we expect a special bagel object in the next coming stretch goal?
Maybe a onion one?
In a word, no.
No.
Okay.
Oh, you're not gonna do an onion bagel?
No,
With cream cheese?
Raisin with lox?
Cream
See, it's weird because I hate onions, but I do like onion bagels for some reason. I don't understand why.
They get a
I'm
little
gonna
crispy
go
like
with
that.
it's because you're a freak.
That's a good call.
Good call.
Yes, I think so too. Okay, so next question is from, it's not from StarCast. StarCast is the one who pasted in the thing. Is from Cyphera. Have you considered less stretch goals, not none, but goals more spread out with more actual content, less fluff, more stuff?
Well, stretch goals are a tough thing. I mean, we see a lot of the bad press we get is from the fact that Chris goes up and announces the stretch goal. You know, we made so much money, and here's something ready for the game. That's where the article we were discussing earlier came from, which is why we polled the community and said, do you want us to keep doing this? And they said yes, so it's going to be continuing all the way it is right now.
Which is something that writer could have figured out if he did a little research.
Yeah, when it comes to stretch goals, you guys in the driver's seat, we love points where we figure out some way to improve the game that's not going to cost $5 million, which is where the stretch goal for the alien languages come from. It does become more and more difficult to figure out stuff like that because we don't want to just throw anything up there.
Ben, you're cutting in and out a lot.
Yeah, I was going to
You're
say.
a bit quiet as well.
Oh, he was just saying like they're hard. I mean, you gotta kind of walk a line because you want to add stuff because people are getting more money, but at the same time you don't want to keep adding more and more and more. So that's why you get like the smaller ones. Then every now and then you'll get like a one that you classify as bigger. For example, the alien languages.
Well, you guys
now
had
you
a-
pissed him off and he left.
He's back.
Oh, he's back.
You guys had an entire poll about it, which pretty much decided the future of the way that you guys were going to handle it. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
And in another 10 stretch goals, maybe we'll poll again and see how people feel. Because we know
Just
you
don't-
guys care as much about this game as we do, and I mean, you see the kind of reaction it gets from places like RBS.
just don't make the poll the stretch goal because that would.
Yeah, if we get more money, we'll make more stretch goals.
And more polls.
Okay.
So, from Gate Lord, is RSI going to do more dog tags? They sold out in one day.
Yes, we will. It's just a logistics thing at this point.
Yeah.
One thing we've learned with the citizen cars is that it's very, very hard to do 100,000 customized somethings. So we kept it low for this first batch, and we will go back and do more.
Yeah, it wasn't like some engineered plan. I mean, I didn't think did you think we'd sell out that early, Ben?
I had
Yes.
no idea.
Yeah.
We
I
put up,
absolutely-
2,000 mouse pads, 3,000 T-shirts, and we don't sell out.
We had a lot of people waiting up specifically because they knew the dog tags were going to go up and they knew that there was only going to be a few. We had people waiting up all night, and then eventually they were like, "Oh well, we'll go to bed." 2 hours later, the sale comes on, and they miss out completely because it's sold out in minutes.
I was streaming while it happened, and I stopped streaming to go get the dog tags and come back to the stream.
Yeah, maybe we just are.
Yeah,
it's a
what's-
weird bubble because we just did. Honestly, I did not see that happening, and there was nothing malicious about it.
No,
we just.
Next
I
time,
that's true, of course.
next time, check with us because I would have told you 20,000 at least.
We have 3,300 people in Imperium alone.
Yeah.
Probably all of them would have wanted one.
From some guy named Squid IRL.
Square L.
Oh,
Square
that
L.
guy.
It's like
Yes.
Jor-El.
Jor-El's brother.
Yeah,
Kind
Jor-El.
of. Or is his
I
wife's
don't know.
name Lara? Anyway,
Yes.
Hi.
when will James Pugh become the new co-host with you, Ben? Ben has much more charisma with you than Sandy does, in my opinion. That is not my opinion. That is Squirrel's.
That's
opinion.
Squirrels. Yeah, Squirrels got some issues with Sandy.
I would be happy to host a show with James, but I love Sandy too. I've worked with Sandy since, back when we had 4 employees, and she and I were 2 of them. So, however awkward come across on screen, that's just because I'm a naturally awkward person. It's no problem with Sandy's.
So you had four employees.
You don't want too much, James.
You had 4 employees, and you and Sandy were 2 of them. Was Chris with the company at that point?
Yeah, it was Chris, Sandy, me, and Dave Haddock. We were the original 4 planning the campaign a long time ago.
From no one, apparently. Can you confirm how many of the 500 what? Are unique and not people who bought extra packages?
500,000.
500,000, yeah. How many are real and not people bought extra packages?
I do not know. I don't think it's a good number. It's one of those things you see people talking about having multiple accounts more than there actually are. I doubt it's a significant number.
From Hacks DB Header. Question for James and Ben. It's amazing how often his questions are for you and Ben. Have any of you started inventing pet words or accents for one of the pending languages?
Not yet. Actually, David Ladyman in Austin is in charge of the languages, and he's actually been he's been trying to get this to be a thing for quite a while, to the point that he's been like banning us from mentioning alien words in our anything we write. So like I'll do a piece for Drum Point, like we did a piece on like a Xi'an planet last month, and I had to figure out how not to have any Xi'an language in it because he was trying to convince Chris to have the money for a linguist. So it's all working out.
Yeah, I was gonna write some sort of made-up Banu word, but I was told not to.
Well, if people want to learn a little bit of the Banu language, they can go and look at the story, A Human Perspective, because part of that has some Banu phrases in it. So there you go.
Mm-hmm. You mean it has a bunch of words that'll get retconned?
Yeah,
they will probably get retconned.
I don't know what you're talking about. In fact, I don't think that thing you're talking about exists.
What thing?
Exactly.
It's a delete me.
From Villa 4480. Has it been hard to split the teams between LA and Austin?
Yes. Well, I mean, we have teams all over the world, so it's not hard from a technical perspective. I mean, this is how games are made nowadays. But for me personally, it's certainly hard disconnecting from Austin and coming here.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing that keeps bubbling up in the back of my brain. If you guys wind up calling me to do voiceover stuff, is that you're gonna be like, okay, but you got to come down here to record. I'm like, oh crap, you know, again. Oh my god. From Hooligan Black, what will the major benefits be to having more than one account, i.e., having one guy stay in the military and another one that won't?
I don't think there's a benefit to having more than one account. Each person should have one account. We'll have multiple characters on one account in the future. Just stick with that.
Hey Ben, they're coming to fix the lights behind you.
I know. It's like they're setting up. It's like they're setting up a blood splatter screen so they can, you know.
There's always stuff
This is the night where you dissect James.
Yeah, if they turn on that softbox right there, James is going to disappear.
Yeah.
It's just going to illuminate the whole thing, and the camera's going to go, nope, can't see it.
Not going to look.
Star Citizen Alien Autopsy.
There's always something going on around us.
Who are those people? We got a question. Who are they?
Oh, I don't know.
Is it Carmichael?
That's a Sandy.
That's Sandy.
Mm-hmm.
It's our video guys here in Santa Monica. Brian Dickinson.
You don't even know who works for you.
Hey, look, I've worked at some big companies before, and it is kind of awkward when you see somebody like, "Hey, you, hi, you."
You're that guy.
Yeah.
I know his name is Brian Dickinson or Dixon, and I know one of them is wrong, and he'll call you on it, but I don't know which is right.
And you're always probably going to do the wrong one from this point on.
Yeah.
I still don't even know Will's name.
Yeah.
I know how you're feeling that one. And I get the feeling that that last question was from Hooligan Black. It was not from Villa 4480, which is this question. Some of the community videos were awesome. Can we hope that kind of implies that some of them weren't. Can we hope to see them again sometime in some other show or around the verse?
Yes, we're trying to come up with a good way to have them around the verse, because apparently they're nails on a chalkboard to some people, and some people love them. So we're trying to find a happy medium. We love what Michael Moreland's doing. Also, he's taking up some of the slack there with his show, showing and stuff.
And sock puppets.
And we actually have an idea for some fan videos for a segment in Around the Verse. We'll be announcing in the very near future.
Yeah. Cool.
The CS ladies have come up with a plan there.
Yeah, like one of the reasons we go where they made sense for a while, because we were trying to understand the show just as much as everyone else was. So now that we feel way more comfortable, like look for more fan videos and fan stuff like that, because that's the stuff I really want to do.
Yeah, we're gonna start experimenting a bit more.
James, somebody's photobombing you behind you. He just ran away too. He's like, he didn't catch me. Real quick, I got to pause because we're going to be doing our giveaway, or starting the giveaway, because we have 1 hour left of the show, and then that's it. We'll be done. So, donated by the lovely people at Robert Space Industries Cloud Imperium Games, we have a Gladius to give away tonight. It's going to be a all VIP membership giveaway, meaning the VIP bronze, silver, or gold can enter. If you'd like to get a bronze membership, it's a $2 donation. Or you could win it, but we don't have time to do a raffle to give away that tonight. So if you don't have it, you don't have it. But everybody else is eligible to enter. So there you go. Let me go ahead and get this thing started up. It's going to be there we go.
Let it go, let it go.
No, we're not singing that song.
Sorry.
Okay.
He's not sorry.
No, I'm really not.
All right, ticket raffle and start. There we go.
I have the advantage of never having seen that film. I know the name of exactly one character. Good. I've heard that. Good. I know the name of Sven, and I know nothing else about. I don't know any of the other characters.
You would dig some of the anamorphics in there. Anthropomorphics.
I have two daughters, and I have heard that song so.
Me too, Kinshadow. I have a daughter.
I only saw it a couple months ago. It's been out for over a year, right? It came out last year, correct?
Yeah.
I saw it like a couple months ago with my niece, and I don't know. I loved it. I thought it was really good.
I still don't know what you guys are talking about.
Frozen.
Oh.
Well, what's
I
really
didn't like
weird?
Frozen.
You didn't like it?
No.
Didn't it make you sing happily like a little teenage girl when she was singing "Let It Go"? Let it go.
Although I will admit that I have tickets for a show of Planes 2 in 3 hours, so.
All right, we better get going.
All right then. Next question.
I think it's been confirmed that Ben has no soul.
Oh, that could be it too.
No taste.
Ben's soul. Ben has a soul. It's around that thing around his neck. It's locked in that locket.
For me, it's pretty simple. My wife hates musicals, so.
What kind of girl is she?
Dude, I love musicals.
Yeah.
She's a lady. So from Krovias, what kind of improvements have you seen in the Star Citizen development process most recently, and how will it affect? I presume this is us citizens, not U.S. citizens, but it should be we citizens. Be able to see the effects, if any.
We've made some massive improvements in terms of our kind of organization of production. I won't just credit Alex Mayberry for this because everybody's been doing a great job. Phil Tudor, Eric Peterson, Travis Day, of course. It's much more organized than it was a year ago. I can go to any of those people I just named and say, when's the M50 going to be in the hangar? And they can tell me with a reasonable degree of certainty. Ship pipeline's looking great. We're working on our character pipeline. Things are coming together.
Yay.
Cool.
From Alan Solari, will we be seeing canard turrets soon in the air conditioning?
What?
What?
In the AC?
AC air conditioning.
Arena Commander.
What ships have canard turrets?
I don't know where this started, but people are looking for canard turrets on the Hornet.
I got one better than that. Yeah. I have no idea what a canard turret is.
It's originally the Hornet had another turret underneath the front.
A canard's the forward wing.
Yeah, which was the canard turret, which it no longer has in the AC.
I don't think those are ever coming back, but I will try and find out. I think they were not there on purpose originally.
Oh, they were on the F7A, and then
the military Hornet.
Yeah, but, and then they're part as an upgrade in the Hornet brochure. So, now that we have the AC, people are asking about it.
Pause for a second. Somebody just donated $2 in my name. which will get you a bronze membership, but it's my name.
What?
I don't even know who the hell it came
You
from.
win the Gladius later, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna. I didn't even answer the glass. Oh my god! Would whoever just did that donate another $2 and send me a message, and I will take it. I'll send the original $2 back to you. I can't. I don't.
You got to write your own name, not his name.
Yeah, don't write my name. Put your own name down. Mr. Stompy, all non-VIPs can enter as much as they want. The bot just ignores them. That's what the bot does. So don't worry about it.
That's what he do.
That's what he do.
From somebody.
Some other guy.
Well, there's no name.
I thought that was his name. I was like, dang, that's a pretty good name.
Yeah.
I think it was Squirrel as well.
Will there be support for codes and other methods of communication in game?
Oh, I thought you meant like, can we type in codes? I'm like, yeah, get your game genie.
Yeah, that too.
Game Shark, go! Okay, cool. Thanks. Awesome.
Sorry, codes in the game. What is the context for this?
I think he's talking about codes and encryption and that sort of stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Nicolas Cage stuff.
Spy stuff.
Get your
I
face
guess.
right up.
Well, there's the whole Herald thing, right?
No.
Oh, the Drake Herald?
Herald. The whole some information is too valuable to broadcast. Yeah.
Mhm.
Alright.
Yeah, that's all.
And you're getting really quiet again.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Just yell more.
Yeah.
I'll try.
Okay, that worked. Yeah.
Dominolf, hold on. Dominolf, no. You cannot trust me to send back $2. I'm a completely untrustworthy bastard.
Pirate.
Okay, anybody here on the cast, who's the guy who said, "Kids, please go to your parents' room, open their wallet or purse, take out $1, put it in an envelope, and send it to me"? Because he got fired for that. Was it
Don't
Bozo
forget.
or Captain Kangaroo?
It was neither of them. I think it was Soupy Sales. And he described the money. He says, you'll see some little
Soupy
pieces
Sales.
of green
Oh,
paper.
yeah.
Who are all of these people you're talking
with
about?
old guys on them? Get out.
Yeah, James, you're too little.
But wait, that actually happened?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he got fired.
He didn't get fired for
didn't
it.
he?
He just got in a lot of trouble for
trouble.
it. And
Fired
because
from
kids
where?
did. He told them, go into your parents' open your mommy's purse or your daddy's wallet, and you'll find little green pieces of paper with pictures of old men on them. Take those pieces of paper, stick them in an envelope, and send them to this address. And kids did it. And they meant it as a joke, but it started happening, and they're all like, oh, shit.
This is back in the 50s or 60s where it was a lot of money to send $10.
Yeah.
People are screaming next.
There we go. Vizzo donated $2.10. Okay, Vizzo, you're all set, buddy. You can enter the raffle.
So, Clifford, a.k.a. Miku, says, Ben, how will the day Chris Roberts be handled for us backers, we backers, who are completionists? Will it truly be on one of them? Will it truly be on one with him and the team because everyone has jobs and can only make it out to see CIG have on vacation? What the hell is with this?
Okay,
I don't know.
he's asking. Will it be
he's asking about the,
one-on-one with the team? Is what he's asking.
Yeah, if one of our goals or our rewards is if you can spend like $10,000, you get to spend the day with Chris Roberts. There's 5 or 6 of those people out there. They should write to the concierge. They can set it up. Yeah, you just spend the day with Chris Roberts and the team. It's a good time, and we'll work with you to make it happen. Some mutually agreeable point. But don't do on Christmas or.
You guys should film those, do kind of like a montage with like ice cream and maybe a day at the park with those guys.
Balloons.
I thought we were going to a bar. Never mind.
Constellation balloon animals.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
Would be really good. What are you going to make me an Idris? I don't have that many balloons. I'm sorry.
There aren't that many balloons in the world.
Vizzo66, I sent you your $2.10 back.
Congratulations.
Eat it, Domini.
Make me a Bengal. Just a round.
A Bengal.
It's an extremely low poly Bengal. It's just a big square balloon. No, it's just a condom that he blows up and is.
All right, let's go.
Right, so.
Right, next. Right.
From Squirrel. Wem. He says Wem, not when. Wem. Will stretch goals stop being something that has already gone into the game anyway? Seems like a pseudo stretch goal.
I can guarantee you we were not prepared to do alien languages, actual alien languages, before that day. It's something devs were certainly pushing for, but we had not put away funding for that at all. Which you can tell by looking back at the alien language references so far. They're entirely
being retconned as we speak.
Yeah.
All right, next.
I want a day with Ben. Where do I throw money for that to happen?
$40 right here.
That's it.
You need a Patreon, Ben.
Pizza.
Yeah. Get a Patreon started, Ben. All the cool kids are doing it.
All right.
I figured I would do that to write my memoirs after this whole thing is over.
That's actually let's skip ahead to that question real quick because somebody has been asking in chat. Shardis has been asking a couple of times. Are there is there plans or is it already happening where you guys are filming a documentary about the making of this game? Because in years to come, it would be so great to sit down and watch it sort of like an NFL Films replay from 1968. Yeah,
I mean we are filming enough B-roll, enough just footage of us working, and plus all the stuff we shoot for the show and the various inside CIGs. We could definitely put together quite a documentary at the end.
Yeah. Okay. So
from Aaron Solari, for those of us who have had extreme difficulty in getting physical items able to be shipped where we live, i.e. Hong Kong, apparently cannot be shipped according to the concierge, can we trade in physical add-on packages for more store credits?
You can contact your concierge, and they will be happy to arrange that. I'm also happy to announce that we are I'm trying to say this without breaking my tongue. We are switching shippers. So hopefully people in Hong Kong and whatever the other one is, it's like the Isle of Man, which will get their sources and stuff very soon.
All right, cool.
From Stockus. Can Ben? Can Ben or James elaborate a little bit more on multi-crew air conditioning modes?
So you got a couple different multi-crew air conditioning modes. You have where it's just a fan, and it doesn't use as much power, but the room is cool. And then there's another one where it actually the coils actually cool the air. Those are the only two modes.
No sound effects, Core. We can barely hear Ben.
So the actual answer is there are a couple of different levels to doing multi-crew ships. First one will be ships like the Avenger, the Cutlass, where you can walk around in the ship. Maybe there's one other position, maybe there's like a turret, like in the Super Hornet. Those will be done first, and then you'll move on to ships like the Cutlass, not Cutlass, the Constellation, Caterpillar, and so on, where it's actually an entire game map inside another map, which we are working on the technology for right now.
Will those first multi-crew ships be released with the ability to have other people in the ships with you, or will they be released where the other things are just automated?
My guess is we're going to end up releasing them. Very, very first thing we'll release is a seat lock version, so you're in your front seat of your unless you're in your front seat of your Super Hornet. Then we'll add the other player positions. In fact, I think adding locked player positions is not a difficult thing. So you may see, you're in the cockpit, you're ready, you're locked up. It's the walking around the ship.
Next.
Okay. From Hooligan Black. We know there will be a player cap on an instance. If a group that has hundreds of people in it fills an instance because they all want to play together, will that mean that they won't see any other players to fight with?
That is a Tim for the Chairman question. it will not work that way. You will always be split up with opponents.
We can't hear you.
It's more background noise than your own voice. It's weird how it's doing that.
Yeah.
Everybody just not Ben. Shut up forever.
You do a show. You do a show. Gotta yell that.
Yeah, we have audio problems on that too. I forget what the question was.
It was about the instancing 10 for the chairman question.
Oh yeah, that is a 10 for the chairman question. The practical answer is no. You'll never have a situation where you're only with your buddies.
Can't hear. It's those guys behind you standing by the window. You throw something at them.
James, go murder those people.
Hey.
So from a practical standpoint, there will never be a situation where you can kind of take over the instancing, where it'll be you and all your friends and no one else. But as for the actual how that will work, it's Robert's question.
That guy just said, hey. Like, I'm just like, hey.
Ben, where is your microphone, by the way?
It's straight.
It's not there. We looked. We tried to find it.
There it is. Is that it?
That might help. That might help. Yeah.
Any better?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, maybe not. I was just being hopeful. Okay, go ahead.
You tried.
Yeah.
My Skype options.
I was going to say, just make sure that you're pulling through that particular microphone. And the next question is from Squirrel, and the question is, where is the hell is my RSI museum?
Squirrel is angry, by the way.
That was German, by the way.
You gonna mute all now, or?
It's
you know what it might be?
very
Yeah,
tinny.
Tootly just said what it is. Your Skype is coming through your webcam, not your mic.
Yeah, in fact, I noticed that, and I just changed it to the mic.
Oh.
But now all you have to do is turn your microphone up. I don't know, a little bit, if that's possible.
All right, let's see. How's that?
A little bit more.
How's that?
It's tinny, but it's good.
Tinny's fine.
All right, go with that.
Okay.
It's a question from Squirrel, RSI Museum. It's still something we are planning to do. We have an episode we shot and never finished editing. We just gotten too busy with the actual game since then. I very, very, very much want to do a documentary on the making of like the original Wing Commander, all of Chris's stuff. That's like what I'm passionate about. Life just keeps getting in the way.
Okay.
Also from Squirrel, when will the true monthly town halls with Chris actually start? 10 for the chairman doesn't count, because that was a spin-off of a subscriber goal.
10 for the chairman does count. You're probably never going to get more than Chris Roberts having one TV show a week where he directly answers your questions.
From Zenstar, what is a GDD as mentioned in today's ATV? METHODOFLB.
A game design document. Basically the skeleton upon which any of these systems are based. So once you have a GDD finished, signed off on, it means that's how something's going to work in the game.
From Crowbear, what are the most important pieces of feedback you have picked up from the 2 currently available multiplayer modes in terms of gameplay and not bugs/issues?
Biggest thing I learned personally is that it's possible to make... You need to explain how things work more than we initially did. The whole, people thinking we had skipped out on the physics system was kind of a pain. We built this entire elaborate system. It works in tiny, minute ways, but it's so seamless that everybody thought it was an arcade game. So it's more about explaining what we're doing than it is about actually changing the game. The big feedback we're getting right now is the server-side stuff, how to make the game not break constantly, how to reduce lag, how to get more people into it at once, which is mostly over my head because I'm not an engineer.
What?
What? You didn't know that?
Yeah? I tell him that.
From Distemper, or probably Deep Stumper. Will there be models for ships other than the Con?
I sure hope so. we don't have any plan at the moment, but the Connie model is so cool that we would be idiots not to do more.
From you'd have to have like 2 FedEx trucks show up back to back.
That's okay.
Carry your address. And
I don't live in Hong Kong. I can get this shit shipped to me. So,
but it will take a ship to get it to you.
I don't mind.
Okay.
Well, the Idris would be a good choice because we know that Idris owners have money.
That's a good point.
From Hooligan Black, will there be items such as drugs or alcohol that you can sell in-game, not just transport it, but sell it and make a first-hand profit?
Or sample it.
I'm trying to... How would it differ from... So there shouldn't be black market goods, drugs, alcohol, that sort of thing. But what is his difference? I'm not picking up on it.
Neither am I.
I think
he just doesn't know about Slam and Widow and things like that.
I think it's because he's under the notion that he's only transporting it, whereas a true trader buys it, and as he's bought it, he owns it, transports it to another place, and then sells it. That's already the process of,
okay.
Yeah,
you'll have both options. You can ship an anonymous package for a pirate cartel, or you can go and buy your own bag of space cocaine and go from there.
Space cocaine. You heard it here.
Space cocaine.
Space cocaine. But what about sampling that product? Would that also be that you just walk into the cargo of your ship, just open a box and start drinking? Is that?
I feel like Chris did a drunk mission in Wing Commander 3, and it was not much fun. Well, what I tell people is, we're a skill-based game, so if you want to play Star Citizen drunk, you have to do it yourself. It's not going to be a stat effect.
Okay, yeah, good.
Challenge.
Drink half a bottle of Jack before you play, and you'll get the proper impact.
Yeah.
So,
good.
From Distance, question from a noob. Will there be different currencies to different systems?
There is a standard human currency, and there will be other currencies for the alien races.
For example, the Vandul deal in human livers. From Jirusen, will there be a skill you will need to learn to understand the new languages?
Just the ability to understand languages, I guess.
Yeah. It's not an in-game skill that you're going to learn the language. You, as the player, have to learn the language.
EverQuest did that.
It's a skill called paying attention. And, you pay attention and you pay attention. Eventually, you start to see patterns.
It wouldn't work with actual voiceover, but in EverQuest it did that. Like, you would start off and you talk, like listening to other people talking another language, and it would say your language or skill in common has gone up 1, and there goes common's gone up 2.
You'd buy a primer, and there's a book that gives you a very basic understanding of the language, and then you just hide behind a rock and listen to the goblins nearby, and then you start picking up on it as it goes.
So there'll be a slight advantage for anybody who happened to take, High School Vandul.
I hated High School Vandul. I did so bad at it. But there was this one hot chick who
What was your High School Vandul name?
Clock Bar. And I had this really hot chick sitting right next to me the whole time. And
Vandal Queen?
She might have been a queen. She was a Druish princess, that's for sure. What's the matter, Trendane?
That doesn't sound like my Vandal Queen.
Trendane's
got really awkward it gets really awkward when they want you to fertilize their eggs.
Yeah.
That's true of all women, though.
So, now I wonder how many were in earshot when Ben said that and are like, what?
Sandy was walking around behind you there.
My wife was over there.
Yeah, I know.
Luckily not.
Will there be like universal translators and stuff though? I guess.
Yeah, not a Star Trek style. Everything is in English now, but you'll have
subtitles.
Your basic. If you want to interact with a Vandal trader, you can translate.
What? No Babel fish? What's going on? I just want to
shove it in my ear and just know everything.
But I guess so. Is there? Will those be optional though? You have to go out and get those translators.
Yeah, and I mean, you'll have a Banu who wants to deal with a human will be learning their Pigeon English as well. So,
James,
Yeah.
got a question just popped up. It's a good one. Are you married?
No.
Okay, because Hooligan Black
Sec-
has 3 sisters, and you'd love to sell you one for a ship. No? We can't
no,
hook you up like that? No? All right, fine.
I'm sure your sisters are very nice, but
Oh, I tell you say that.
What if he throws in a goat?
A sister, a goat.
you'll be more into that.
Yeah. Oh!
The
if
picture
you
of
had
the
now,
goat.
now if you had 3 goats,
Oh,
From Hooligan Black, the freelancer MIS has the missiles on top with. The dogs are wrestling again. The missiles on top with addition to its other weapons. Will the missiles for the MIS be available for civilians, even though it is a military-style ship?
Yes, it's flown by militia folks. It'll be readily available for civilians.
Are
From
those-
Hacks
real quick,
DB Header.
I just have a question about that real quick. Are those missile things ever going to go down? Because they look silly in the hangar where they're just sort of sitting up.
eh,
Not sure.
I didn't know if it was just like a thing that's like it was left over, or they actually mean it to be that way.
I think it may actually not be correct in the hangar right now.
Okay.
I
someone
know I've
just,
seen that listed in bug reports. What?
You like the
someone
chat,
just
James?
asked, yeah, someone just asked, what if the sister is a goat?
Even hotter.
Nice. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, go.
From Hacks DB Header, question for Sandy/Ben/James. It's not alphabetical order, but okay. Will there be a semi-official Star Citizen meetup at PAX Prime?
Don't know.
If you guys organize the meetup, we will tell the devs who are going about it.
That's a great idea. Matter of fact, you guys could like set it up at some bar or something like that, and tell everybody to go there. We were going to do that at PAX East, but didn't get it work out. This year we'll do it.
Have you guys been thinking about PAX South at all?
I know a bunch of people have, because we're 45 minutes from San Antonio. I know a bunch of us grabbed tickets. So even if we're not there officially, we will certainly have CIG folks there, and we'll have a meetup of some sort.
Yeah.
Okay.
From Good Lloyd. That's just how I'm going to pronounce that from now on. Lore in-game statement, not question. But will Black Talon, the Vanduul fighter ace, and awesome lore characters be in-game?
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Definitive
We're putting them
answer.
in
I
the
like
lore
that.
for a reason.
He's the one from the earlier Haddock fiction, right?
He's the one from Cassandra's Tears.
Trendane is our lore master on the show because he does
Yeah.
all of the lore readings, and to do
Which
that, he has
I'm-
to read them like 5 times each.
Which I'm 8 installments behind.
I really want to run into Parker Terrell.
From Cyphera, once multi-crew ships hit, I almost said hips shit. Will it be multi-crew on multi-crew or a mix of single and multi-crew ships in the same match?
Capture the address.
Capture Core's Idris.
Yeah. I think that's like my favorite one so far. Capture the address. But Ben would know more.
I completely zoned out and missed the question.
No, that's okay. I love reading.
Moving on.
Once, yeah, F it then. Once multi-crew ships hit, will it be multi-crew on multi-crew or a mix of single and multi-crew in the same match?
Mix them up.
Okay, nice. Definitive answer. Love it. Thank you. From...
The rest of these would just be yes or no questions.
Oh, that would be nice.
Well, that would mean that we might be able to fit all the questions within 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's right.
You don't even have to ask
T-Bone.
him. I'll just say yes, no, yes, no. All right, we're done.
From T-Bongs, have you, Ben and James, heard of voice... Yes, they have. Heard of voice attack, and if you do, know if there are any plans to implement it in-game. Much face love. Yes, Chris addressed this on 10 for the chairman.
Yeah.
Trendane, let
Well,
him
that
answer Trendane.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
Ben.
The voice attack? We're still looking at it.
Did you ever try it yet?
I haven't tried it. I've tried similar stuff with old games. It's just like voice commanding, fire missile, fire guns, that sort of thing, right?
But it has an AI that talks back to you, so you could say fire missile, and your AI can be like, "Yes, Ben, whatever you want."
That's kind of cool. It's one of I installed one of those for Wing Commander Prophecy back in 1997, and it was kind of cool. So when you say like Fox 1 and it would fire a missile, but it didn't really make sense because that's not how aircraft work. You know, like tell your airplane to fly in a certain way or to shoot.
I'd want to tell someone to be like, whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for bringing you down.
I'm not gonna enjoy it.
Was that Benedict Cumberbatch doing Marvin?
Doing Marvin? No, it was Sirius Snape.
Oh, that's right.
Sirius Snape. Yes.
Alan Rickman.
Yeah.
Sirius Snape. That is, yes.
Servius.
Well, as long as we're on the subject of voice attack, Trendane is going to be doing a voice attack pack.
Sweet.
So, and it's going to be really cheap. It's like $25. And you
For
get
those
all.
of you who want one,
there are lots of them, millions.
write me a script. I need a script of what
I'll
you
write you
want
a fucking
the
script,
thing.
Trendane.
Well, then write it, because he needs it.
He needs a
said
script.
it last time.
All right, we'll sit down. Actually, the person who writes you the script is WTFosaurus. That guy does nothing but play Star Citizen every day and use voice attack the entire time. So he's the guy who should write the script because he has a really decent, intimate
to
understanding.
write the script, yes.
So at WTFosaurus, you and Trendane get together. Trendane will cut you in on all the profits. You'll get like $1.50 of the $25, and just write the script for Trendane.
And he's got an awesome tattoo of Spider-Man.
Does he now? Have you seen his boobie?
No, just his shoulder.
Oh,
The front of his shoulder where he's got his Spider-Man tattoo.
gotcha.
You need to make the script dirty though. It
Yeah,
doesn't make any sense.
you're riding dirty.
Back on the voice attack thing though. So Sandy was doing the whole Eva whatever right for the store. Is that also for the game?
I don't know. I think it's really been brought up. Ben.
Oh, Eva?
Yeah.
Eva is... I'm sure we'll work Eva into the game in some way. I mean, the immediate future, she's going to be kind of a helper at the store, explaining how various things work. She was doing her initial kind of video test for Eva that day. That's why she had her costume on.
Oh, that's what that was.
Yeah.
I thought she was just doing it because...
Just because she wanted to be different.
Yeah. It's because they take themselves so seriously there.
She had her costume on, and she was like, I'm keeping it on for the show. It'll be fun. So we did that. And like, don't mention it.
Yeah, I didn't know until I saw the edit like Wednesday afternoon, and I was like, whoa.
Yeah, Sandy and actually come in late at night on Mondays to shoot our host segments because if people don't know Santa Monica, we basically are in the middle of sort of an outdoor mall, second floor above a lot of screaming homeless people and like street performers. It's very hard to get a quiet few minutes. We probably already have like 6 hours of outtakes of someone screaming about the government and Sandy swearing, having to retake some news segment.
I don't know. That could be pretty worth it. Here she comes. She's coming up behind you right now. Here she comes.
Here she is, Sandy.
I don't know.
Just tell him it's Parker Terrell screaming in the background.
Say hi to
Hey guys,
Hi, Sandy.
what's happening?
Sandy.
Not much.
The
What's
mic
happening?
works when she's got it on.
Are we doing a podcast or
Yes.
We are.
We're doing StarCast. Hey,
No, what if we were
All
just
right.
talking?
So, Jen, it's like a 2-hour show where we all sit around and just completely go vapid and talk about Star Citizen. And usually we have nothing to talk about, like other than just speculation. But then we decided to pull Ben and James in here, so here we are.
We were just talking about how cool your Eva setup was.
Oh, yes. I think she's going to be very cool, and then we're going to swap her out for different people and stuff. So,
Cool.
yeah. Where are you guys anyway?
I'm in New York.
Okay.
Core's in Netherlands. James is right behind you. Trendane's a little bit north of you, and Kinshadow's in Austin.
All right. What else is happening? Chris just recorded a 10 for the chairman, so.
Oh, awesome! We're waiting to watch that.
We're in the process of doing Q&A.
Yeah, we're doing Q&A. We're talking about this. We're giving away a Gladius tonight, courtesy of Sig.
You may have heard of them.
Yeah, those guys over there.
Yeah. Yeah, behind us.
Mhm.
Hey, James.
Hey.
It was James' idea. He said, take it out of Sandy's account. I guess you have
Wait,
Gladius.
hold on. I missed what
I don't actually have one, so it must be out of Ben's
No, it's
account.
Ben's account.
What do you have to do to win it?
You just got to be a member of our Domo tribe over here on our channel on Twitch, so people can be donators or they can be a subscriber. Normally we do regular giveaways, but for this special stuff like this, we kind of make it sort of a subscriber-only thing.
Cool.
Yep.
All right. Well, I am going to show this female character that I don't like, to Chris.
Can you show it?
I gotta tell Chris we need to make her more feminine because she looks a little.
She's a little butch.
Exactly. That's why I wasn't gonna say that.
Well, I can say
it. There you go. So we need to tweak her, make her look a little.
Does her voice sound like this?
Currently, it might.
Trendane will do the voice. Trendane's a voice actor, and he will do the voice of her in that mode.
Well, yeah. All right, guys. I'm going to pass you over to Ben.
See you later. Thank you very much. All right. Before we go on, somebody in the audience was saying you looked like somebody, Trendane, but I said they were completely wrong. You look like Ricky Jay. Hold your face in that position, that pose right there. Take your hand down just for a second. There we go. Does Trendane not look like Ricky Jay?
I don't
Give it like 30 seconds. It'll catch up. Just look up to the right just a little bit.
Whoa.
That's scary. You guys know who Ricky Jay is? Maybe not.
No, I don't.
I don't have a clue.
He's a famous card magician who has done a lot of movies and stuff. He's also on Deadwood and some other things.
Deadwood was awesome.
Right, he's the guy at Deadwood who was the craps guy. Yeah, so there we go. Spitting image. Okay, let's move on.
Okay. Bod699, which is not listed as a question, says, I would personally like to know how many that's what he spelled, OPF, the previous stretch goals we have passed would not have made it into the game if it weren't a stretch goal.
We've had a lot of stretch goals at this point. I'm not entirely sure. It's a lot of things. Well, I guess there's a couple different categories. There's extras. There are things we came up with as a way to reward our backers. So those would be out. I mean, that must be half our stretch goals anyway. So those would be totally out. For some things, like the randomly generated worlds, the alien languages, that's all stuff we likely would have come up with later and wanted to add to the game, but just would not have had the money for. None of it. There's never been a case where we're putting that in the game anyway. Let's make it a stretch goal. We're very careful about that, at least.
Somebody's mic is making.
I think it might be James breathing on his microphone.
Oh. Actually, I think it's coming
Ben.
from Ben.
It's me. Am I breathing?
Okay, it's James breathing on Ben's mic.
That's it. All right, moving on.
From TK Nightcrawler, how often do you think ships will be reworked moving forward? Most of the ships. Okay. Most ships in the game have been redesigned. Will this be true going forward? Or, now that you guys have your feet wet, do you think that the first designs will be the final designs?
That is what's going to happen now. A lot of the reworking you see at the moment is because when we started, we didn't have a checklist. A ship looked cool. It seemed to have guns. It looked like it would play in the game. At this point, we look at a ship and we have to say, okay, how do you eject from it? How do you carry cargo? How do you get in and out? How do you sleep? And so on. We have all that down to a science at this point. So when a new design comes in, we have to check off every one of these blocks before it goes from concept to engine. So we will not see the kind of reworks we did with the first couple ships.
Okay, cool.
From Hacks DB Header, question for me. How is your phonetic pronunciation? Well, that really doesn't work that well.
Pretty good.
Screw up that word. How is your phonetic phonetic pronunciation. Do you think you'll be able to voice over some of the alien writings when they come out? I'd like to help with the Kickstarter/Patreon/stretch goal to have things like the Spectrum dispatches, but by and about one of the alien races. Well, to answer your first question, as Ben knows from the occasional message which I will send him going, is it Corel or Coral? You know, and just constant, and I haven't sent him the one for the latest. Is it the Ryla system? Ryla? Is what?
It's Ryla.
Ryla, that's what I thought it was. Just making sure. Anyway, so yeah, that would be cool. My phonetic, as long as it's given to me in a phonetic thing, that's fine. I can usually do it. But yeah, as Ben knows, I quite often ping him and say, "How is this pronounced?" And then later on, he gets back to me. And says,
Actually, will you guys be publishing like the language guides that you guys create for those languages?
That's a good idea.
I don't see why not to.
Because there's going to be some hardcore fans that will learn it.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, my goal would be, by the time this is over, have all of our game design docs published. If not at launch, then down the road. That's always been a big thing for me. For years, I've been going back and trying to kind of recover the stuff that they did for Wing Commander at Origin, and I want us to do it right. I want us to preserve all that, make it available when it's appropriate.
Okay.
Yeah.
From Sergeant Stackus, do you have any idea when we will see double precision in Star Citizen?
I love the DP. James got it.
I'm not sure. I can't comment on that. Or the double entendre.
Oh.
So we will not say soon. We will say eventually.
Maybe. TM.
From TK Nightcrawler, is it possible to lose all of a character's lives at once, yet fly into the sun? Getting spaghettified into a black hole or shot down while scooping hydrogen in a gas giant. That would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I believe you guys already mentioned that. For instance, if you get shot in the head, there is a low percentage chance, but there is a chance that your character will perma-die, even on the first death.
Yeah, it's not Mario with like 5 lives at the bottom of the screen and you
Right.
went out. It's
But that'd be
would it make
so
sense for me
simple.
to come back from this?
Yeah, then you get 100 coins and you get an extra life. I mean, we're trying some new things over here.
So it's more like random number generation than it is something that you can put.
I don't want to get the word random anywhere near it. It's
Speaking of trying new things,
the way it currently works is if as long as you have at least one ring and you get hit, you'll be fine.
One ring.
Yeah, these are just going nowhere. All right,
You
move
gotta
on.
make sure not to go too fast. That's the problem.
James, your joke just hit a wall.
Dude, nothing, man.
It
okay.
fell. It got spaghettified in a black hole.
he can make up for it with this.
Okay.
So, speaking of trying new things, James, this one is for you. Can you buy? It actually says, can I buy an optional sex swing for my constellation, please? If so, how much? James.
Why was this my question?
You said you were trying new things. I figured,
Sex swing.
I'm gonna go ahead and say I've never seen a
Let me get you a video.
Okay.
Hang on. No.
Yeah.
Google
No.
Vietnamese pleasure swing. What?
He said no.
I'm gonna go ahead and
good.
say no.
Okay. Black market. Gray market, maybe. But it'll be used. From Villa 4480. Will it be possible for assassinations to occur on bars or in other planetary areas? I presume he means in bars or in other planetary areas.
Sorry, will it be possible for what to occur?
Assassinations.
Can you murder people in a bar?
Maybe. We're still working a lot of the rules for that out. At the moment, we're leaning towards yes, but it's one of those things that I'm sure will be a debate up until the day we launch.
Esa puta solo?
Hmm.
From Neostar 9. Will the Xbox controller continue to be factored in as a control option as more systems are developed? Yes. Or will it be phased out in favor of the keyboard and mouse and joystick control options? No. I ask because I found the Xbox controller is what works best for me out of the 3.
No, we're never going to remove Xbox controller support from the game. It'll always be there. we know a lot of people play with that. We are controller agnostic, as Chris says.
From Vizo66, will the alien languages be inspired by languages we use today? For example, will the Xeon, and it is apparently Z, according to the...
I thought it was she.
Well, no, I was reading the Galactic Guide entry for the Ryla system, and there is a point where it says XI, and the parenthetical right next to it is pronounced Z.
Wow.
Chris always says Xion.
I've seen Chris say both. Actually.
I've seen everybody say both. I just want one definitive thing so that I can find out what it's supposed to be and stick with it. That's all I want to know.
I've always said Z instead of she.
I said she.
Hey, Demo, real quick.
Yes.
I'm gonna rejoin the call with video now.
Oh, that'd be excellent.
Yay!
It took a long time to reboot. Whatever the hell was happening.
You have no idea. My ISP sucks.
Was it like you had to type in each number in binary?
No, it's the modem just takes forever.
Wow, that's terrible. But yeah, come on back. And Serge, I do like to play with my X-Bone every day. Every day.
From Hooligan Black, Ben and
Ben.
James.
Yay.
As community relations officers for RSI, or
Well, that's a way better
CIG,
title than we actually have.
or CIG, have your lives turned into something like a celebrity at all, or has your daily life changed with the people you see out of work because of your job?
My life is certainly strange now. I've been identified a couple times on the street, which is always a strange experience.
That's so weird. That's got to be odd.
Yeah, I was at pre-comic book day, and I think like 3 different people throughout the course of the day recognized me. I was at the Natural History Museum in D.C. over the holidays. Somebody came up to me and said, "You're Ben Lesnick." Yeah.
Wow.
Do they
That's
ask for
awesome.
your signatures when you're out?
I have not outside of Star Citizen event, although I've signed hundreds of autographs at Gamescom, at PAX, CitizenCon. It's pretty cool. And I remember being just a super fan of Wing Commander and how much that sort of thing meant to me. So, hope to do it as well as Origin did back then.
Okay, we got 4 questions left and 10 minutes to do them in.
Pause real quick. We're gonna do the giveaway,
Okay.
and then we'll try to rapid fire those questions. And get the hell out of here.
And apparently love to Sandy from Brisbane.
Oh yay! Okay, here we go. Good luck, everybody. May the odds be ever in your favor. All that shit.
Nice.
Good
Nice
luck.
pull.
Zithron, number 2.
Yay!
He purchased it with 227 Emmer effing tickets.
That is my favorite of the Zithrods.
Yeah, the Zithron, the second Zithron is by far the better model. The first
Good. Zithron,
it had that
Fuck a
whole
laugh. I'm out of here.
Fuck Sithron 1.
yeah, he has that whole like twitchy thing he does with the first Zithron. But Zithron, you have 1 minute to answer, buddy. Otherwise, we got to go to the next one. Zithron, are you here?
Is that anything yet?
Oh, he said woo.
There it is.
He said
Oh, there we
woo.
go.
Woo.
As I say it, of course he talks.
All right, Zithron, I'm going to need you to send me your RSI email address, your credit card number, and the number on the back. And then I will send all this information over to James and Ben. DNA sample.
Except for the credit card number and the number on the back.
Yeah. And then
You still need to include your social security number
and
the home
some kind of
address.
vague estimation of how much I could possibly charge on that credit card.
and times you're most likely not to be home.
Right. And maybe your phone number or something.
And whether or not you have any valuables lying around the house.
Safe combinations, you know.
Model of your
Except your
first
sister's.
car, mother's maiden name, first high school you went to.
Squirrel, I know you like Trendane a lot, but you didn't need to do that. Just saying.
Birthdays of everyone in your immediate family, and whether or not you believe in anything. Those are all passwords we can try and use.
Names of all your dead pets.
Oh, yeah, good one.
Okay. Trendane. Okay, let's do these last 4 questions quickly and get the hell out of here.
Yes, please. From now this eye is tearing up. I can't stop it.
So happy.
It's gonna be a good question.
Yeah, from I'm going with that. June AWR, however that's pronounced. Are most ships in the game being sold to us used, like in the case of the Avenger?
It is a bit scratched up.
Most of them are, factory fresh, straight off the assembly line ships. We make a note when there's some fiction about it being a surplus or ex-military type ship.
The Cutlass has a bit of wear and tear on it. And it comes with some stickers of like a little cat. It looks like it's not brand new from the factory. Just saying.
A couple of bullet holes.
Bullet holes.
Well, they're like jeans that they weather.
Yeah, you go to Hot Topic and buy a thing that's had holes put in it.
Trendana, you're such an emo lover.
You buy designer jeans for like $300 and then cut the fucking pants off.
There was an episode. Never mind.
Yeah.
From HacksDB header. Is there a timeline for more info on the mechanics of manually navigating jump points?
No.
Thank you.
Good. Next.
From Kuari999.
Yeah.
Going into the permadeath thing, such as getting shot in the head a bit. Getting shot in the head.
Just a little bit.
Just a smidgen of getting shot in the head.
I was murdered once or twice yesterday.
It was just a light grazing across the middle of my brain. And the letter A isn't in there. It's not a bit. It's getting shot in the head bit. I just put an A in there for some reason. Will there be ways to reduce the chance of permadeath, such as optional cybernetics to metal plates in your skull?
Yes.
Thank you. Nice definitive answer. From What the Fluffosaurus. What are the general mechanics so far around stealing another player's ship? And to extend on this, you need to expand on this, but if you need extensions, that's fine. Core can, to extend on this, where did it go? What is being done to eliminate insurance fraud?
Yes.
Good. Nice.
No, we have a process for insurance fraud where we're not going to detail it yet, but we think we know what to look for.
We spent 45 minutes last week discussing insurance fraud and how it could be a problem. So, it would have been a good question to get in the beginning of the show, WTF with Stars.
Yeah, we're aware.
Is it windy where you are, Ben?
No, I don't. Oh, you know what? I got a little fan.
I could see your hair going like this, and I was like, "Yeah, that's where the wind noise is coming from."
It's dramatic. Every time I walk over to his desk, I end up getting messed up by that fan.
Yeah, it's like.
Did it blow you away?
Fan.
Oh.
No, it's
and finally, from Stockings, the question is, who wrote "I cannot eat pork anymore? It makes my stomach hurt" in the Cutlass?
A good question.
Dread Pirate Roberts.
I would say somebody in Austin.
William Shakespeare.
That's not kosher.
It's one of his lesser-known works.
All right.
Yeah, it's secretly bacon.
Wait, bacon and pork aren't the same animal.
That's some magical beast.
Yes.
Some magical animal.
When I was a kid, I swear to God, I thought meat came from a certain part of the animal, not necessarily the muscle. I really did. I thought it was like some meat part that you took out. And didn't hurt, it didn't hurt him, just like you took it out.
Until you said it didn't hurt him, I was going to...
It just didn't hurt him.
Yeah.
Some meat feels...
Some may feel a slight tingling sensation, but usually they don't feel anything anymore.
The best thing for that, you might feel a slight stinging sensation. Best thing for that was the Mystery Science Theater 3000 version of The Corpse Vanishes. There's a scene where Bela Lugosi is stealing these brides on their wedding day because he gives them a special orchid that makes them pass out. And he takes them and he extracts this stuff from the back of their neck and injects it into his wife to keep her young. Anyway, there's a scene where Bela Lugosi's leaning her down and he's going towards the back of her neck with the syringe and everything. And Crow says, "You may feel a little sting," and then she just lets out this blood-curdling scream. And he says, "Okay, maybe a big sting," and I almost shit myself. I was laughing so hard. So I told Trace Baluthas when I met him in real life, and he stood up out of his chair, shook my hand. I was like, "You're my god! I love you so much."
You meet all the famous people, Trendane.
Yeah, well, it was at a furry con.
Oh, he's furry, I guess.
No, he was just a guest of honor.
Oh, very nice. All right, let's go around the room, tell everybody where they can find everybody and all that crap. Trendane, where can people find you?
What? Oh, everywhere. On the internet. Trending. Everywhere.
Kinshadow, what have you been up to, man?
Doing a bunch of background stuff, working with some people. You can catch me at Kinshadow on Twitter or Kinshadow most places, or my pirate blog, dreadcitizen.com.
The dreadcitizen.com. Not just dreadcitizen.com.
Yep, dreadcitizen.com.
All right, we got to make up a thing for you for the next time you're here.
Okay.
Core?
I'm Core of Existence. You can find me on Twitter, YouTube, and here on Twitch. But I'm currently not streaming, so unfortunately that will resume at a certain point in the future. But
this is becoming a running joke with you.
I know. I'm sorry. I have said that it's going to take a little while. Anyway.
Just tell people, like, soon trademark.
I'm just going to start saying imminent, because that is something that another game company says about everything that they do. Whether or not they're going to release a game in 10 years or not, they'll continue to say imminent. So, imminent.
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 All right. Imminent. Mr. James Pugh and Ben Lesnick, I think people know where they can find you, but would you like to tell us your Twitters?
Sure. I'm Bandit Loaf, like a guy who steals bread.
Never realized
it's not a Star Citizen Twitter.
Do you wear a Hamburglar mask?
Oh.
If you want to find out about my incredibly exciting daily life, that's the place to go.
I always thought it was Bandit I Loaf. Bandit I Oaf. Like you're an oaf bandit with an I in the middle. I don't know why.
I never realized you were stealing bread.
Bandit Loaf. Loaf Bandit.
Well, wouldn't it technically be a loaf that was made for a bandit by a bandit, like a bandit loaf?
Oh, it's like the bandit made it, and Ben's now the banditing the bandited bread?
Yeah, exactly, there you go.
It's a thief-shaped cake, maybe?
Loaf is my wing commander nickname, and Bandit was my call sign, and they're stuck together.
And, awesome. Mr. James Pugh?
I'm just at James Pugh on Twitter.
Alrighty.
That's about it.
James has promised to send me a picture of every burrito he eats, so if you follow both of us, you can watch that going forward.
That is fantastic.
If you want to see a man who eats far too many burritos,
dude, I'm a burrito fiend myself, man. I love the burritos.
I'm going home to San Diego this weekend, so you're going to see a lot of burrito pics.
Nice. Okay, Trendane, we have one more announcement that we have been simulcasting all night long on
the base.
We want to thank all the people on the base.
The base, right?
Sorry,
for watching. For watching with their ears and listening with their eyes and tasting us with their mouths. Thank you for being here tonight and listening and everything. So, and thank Rico and all the peoples over at the base.
Thanks, guys.
Sorry, Thanks, Rico and everybody over at
the base.
Okay. Yeah, I tried to get you to before. Be like, stop making me dance. I'm not your monkey. And so now you're doing it all the time.
I will be on the base tomorrow night.
Oh, awesome. And there was Sandy. Goodbye, Sandy. Thanks for being on the show.
Bye, Sandy. Bye-bye.
Say bye, Sandy.
All right. Well, thanks, everybody. Thanks again. Great job. And we'll hope to see you guys very soon.
Cool. Thanks for having us. Hope you have you come back sometime.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
Until next time.